at Nickelodeon Studios and Frederator Incorporated. I'm bored. What should I do? I know. I'm going to do an Fairly Odd Parents episode that will make the fans so angry and they will hate the episode with a burning passion, and it's called It's a Wishful Life. And I'm gonna wish Timmy Turner to never be mourned and end it in a cliffhanger. Green light, and let's make this episode. Green light, let's start this rant, shall we? Hey guys, Indigo Alejandro 100 once again. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This is a rant on one of the worst Fairly Parents episodes I have ever seen in my 15 years of my life since the Big Fairy Share Scare, Fairly Odd Pet, and Fairly Odd Pet and Certified Superstar, David Still Days, Fairy Con, and Love at First Spark, and Big and Open YSA Og, and Fancy Schmancy. Man, this show end up after the final episode from the 8th season, Meet the Odd Parents, known as It's a Wishful Life. Came in the year from the Fairly Odd Parents in season 5. Came in the day in May 10th, 2005, which is few weeks before Madagascar came out. So basically the plot is about Timmy trying to do many good deeds for people. Timmy Turner wishes that he has never been born, and then they figure out that everyone will love their life without him, yada yada yada, and that's basically what the plot is. Now, guys, I'm gonna need to say this. I never liked this episode. That's right. I never liked this episode. To begin with, ever since when I was a kid, I watched one episode back in 2018. Back in 2018, we watching the old Fairly Odd Parents until the 8th season, and I absolutely despise the episode. So, what do you think about this episode? I'm gonna be honest. I mean this episode that is the worst Fairly Parents episode since A Powerful Girl from SpongeBob, which I will get the episode right pretty soon. We'll see. Times can tell. So, what do I think of Fairly Parents Is a Wishful Life? Worst Fairly Parents episode ever. Or worst Fairly Parents episode ever. Absolutely the worst Fairly Odd Parents episode I have ever seen in my 15 years of my life. Before I'm gonna tell this episode to shreds, do I thought any positive of this episode? Yes, I have one. When Mr. Turner says Dingleberg, that's the only good thing I like about this episode. The rest, it's time to tear this episode apart and give it a 0 out of 10. I'm not gonna take this with the extreme. First off, Timmy Turner wishing that he was never born. And then he goes to see, and then he sees Jorgen to wish that Timmy Turner wasn't born in the first place. And then they have a parody of The Lion King where Mufasa falls down the cliff, and Timmy Turner is going to go to the cliff. And then Timmy Turner is going to the cliff and burned him in the fire. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? They shouldn't do that. That scene is a rip off The Lion King. This is pretty much Butch Hartman just watching The Lion King and like, damn, forget it. Let's put that scene and copy that scene in the Fairly Odd Parents. The episode Fairly Parents. And another negative is another negative of the another negative is where Timmy Turner doesn't really care. It doesn't really. Negative is when Timmy Turner is falls into the lava. And now let's get into the worst part of this episode, and that is Jorgen pushing Timmy Turner in the lava. I don't want to talk about this scene ever again because this is one of the worst scenes I have ever seen in a Fairly Parents episode. Period. Period. But thankfully, Timmy Turner came back with this import thing, and then Jorgen falls into the lava. That's the only good episode, despite I love Jorgen. And then and then Timmy screams, and then he goes to. Then Jorgen says, "That's so interesting." And you failed. That means spirit. But thankfully, the episode turned back to normal, and they ended in cliffhanger where Timmy Turner turned into a cactus. And that's what the episode ends. And then later on, they even showed the credits and even the Frederator Incorporated logo and the Nicktoons logo and even the Old Man International logo in previous asshole. This is the worst Fair Parents episode I've ever seen in my life. If you thought C9 and 10 were the worst Fair Parents seasons, no, I still despise C9 and 10 Fairly Odd Parents. C9 and 10 Fair Parents are the worst seasons in Fair Parents. And Fair Parents C9 and 10 are abysmal. The first seasons were better, but you will have to wait until this episode. This episode is just as bad as C9 and 10. This episode is the worst episode in Fairly Odd Parents, and it's also the worst Fairly Odd Parents episode in the entire franchise, period. So if you thought C9 and 10 were bad, you had to wait until this episode. This episode is basically the pilot to C9 and 10. I'm done ranting on this atrocity. Overall, guys, it's a Wishful Life gets 0 out of 10. It's Fairly Odd crap. That's what I say. Fairly Odd crap. I'm done with this atrocity. And I hope you guys enjoyed my Paramount Soul Troop logo videos I did yesterday night. And that was a lot of fun to me. Give me something positive. What should be the next review? Give me something positive. Give me something positive. Please give me something positive for once. I want to give me something positive. Yes, this one. Give me something positive. Give me something positive right now. Give me something positive for once. Please. Give me something positive. Holy crap, it's 8 minutes. Thank God. My next review is The Powerpuff Girls 1998. Thank God we're getting something positive. Oh yes, can't wait to talk about this great show. This is The Powerpuff Girls, not the cutoff or reboot. So guys, my next review is Powerpuff Girls 1998. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like and share with friends. And before I end this video, guys, comment below. Do you hate Lemon Rock Strikes Back if you're watching this? Do you hate this episode? And can you do a rant on that episode? That'll be exciting. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.